They're definitely trying to keep this
Yeah.
franchise going after that burning turd of a mess that they left it in. I think they're putting a lot of energy into this because this is like the last chance.
Welcome to the second trailer for Decogged reviews for this week.
Yeah.
Now we're going to take a look at House of Dragons. So just so everybody knows, I have not seen Game of Thrones. I think I mentioned this I mentioned this before, I think on Stranger Things, maybe the trailer, because I didn't watch Stranger Things either. As someone who hasn't watched Game of Thrones at all, what can I expect in this trailer?
I mean, it's I'm not sure. It's
Yeah.
I didn't even know how to explain. It's a different timeline. So
Okay.
first of all,
So it's not tied in to...
It's not tied into the main timeline, but also I think there's like a level of like prerequisite knowledge that you probably should have.
Oh.
Yeah, when you watch this, like, because the universe is established already in the I guess in the other series, so you kind of need to know like what's happening.
Okay.
You know, like the world, like where the dragons came from. You know, the thing's called House of Dragons, so you kind of...
It's about the
it's about the dragons. a lot about the dragons. It's a lot about the houses.
Yeah.
So like the politics between the different houses and how things came to be, I guess. In Game of Thrones. So I think you benefit a lot watching the first series, but I don't think necessarily you need that. I think you can still enjoy it without having to. Which is probably good, because like I think maybe this is almost like a gateway for a lot of new generation
to watch Game of Thrones.
There's like the Gen Zs, the 2005 kids who
Yeah.
probably haven't watched Game of Thrones because it's just way too mature for them
Yeah.
when they were kids, and now they're old enough they can actually probably
Watch it.
watch it. So maybe it's a good sort of gateway for them into this universe. And I know they're definitely trying to keep this franchise going after that burning turd of a mess that they left it in. So they're trying to like repair, I guess. So I think they're putting a lot of energy into this because this is like the last chance for the TV cinematic universe for this.
For Game of Thrones, yeah. I kind of want to interview people about this because people were so upset about the end of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I mean, you can make a documentary, I'm sure, out of the whole end. You know, I mean, they made a documentary about the burning mess that The Hobbit was. So I'm sure they can make a documentary about.
Oh, really? They did?
Yeah, I think there's a I don't know if there's a documentary. I think there was an actual documentary about like what happened at the end of The Hobbit.
Oh, I need to watch that.
Yeah, I could be mistaken. Maybe it was just the special features, but I'm pretty sure they made a documentary after it came out, because there was like similar amount of like, you know, a backlash or just like dissatisfaction with how things turn out, because The Hobbit is like, I mean, like, it was like such a childhood book, right? Like every kid has read The Hobbit, or at least like many kids, you know, in the world have read The Hobbit as they go through school. So it's kind of like, wow, you just like crapped all over my
my childhood. Yeah, it got me to watch Lord of the Rings.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't the other way. So usually it's the other way around, right?
Yeah.
So I read Hobbit because it was like thinner, right? It's easier to digest. So I read that first, and then it got me into Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, because I read The Hobbit just as Lord of the Rings was coming out, and then I guess it was like the perfect timing because I had like some visuals that I could sort of see. I remember watching Lord of the Rings day one. It was crazy, because I watched all three day one. Like I lined up in the cinema and all this and that. It was so funny. The cinema I went to, the first Lord of the Rings, nobody knew what it was, right? At that time, except for your small subset of like book geeks,
nerds.
But nobody knew what it was. So day one of like Fellowship, it was empty, the cinema, and it was like half the cinema was filled. Yeah. And then like I didn't have to line up or anything. And then the Two Towers, man, big line. And then like Return of the King, it was like packed. I was like surprised I got a day one ticket to go watch it, but I had to go like some cinema like out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. But it was crazy. By Return of the King, there was like people dressed up, you know, like as Gandalf and stuff, like rocking up to this,
it was crazy.
to the theater. Yeah, it was like a full on cosplay Comic-Con event. Yeah. You know, it was it was crazy like that. So to see that progression and and the slow decline and downfall like during The Hobbit was like,
Yeah.
wow, what happened? You know?
Yeah, and I'm guessing that's what happened with Game of Thrones, and this is their chance to fix that, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, for Return of the King, I sat on the aisle. I didn't even have a seat.
Oh wow.
I just snuck in. And I was like, yeah,
Wow, you sat 3 hours on the aisle.
yeah, on the aisle.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's dedication.
dude, I loved like Lord of the Rings. But anyway, we're digressing to
Yeah,
to
we went to
Lord of
a
the Rings.
totally different franchise.
Yeah,
But yeah. Let's
but
get back onto
It's
the.
related though, so somewhat. So let's quickly watch this extended trailer. So it's like around 3 minutes. PC.
Yeah. Ooh.
The dream is clearer than a memory. I heard the sound of thundering hooves, splintering shields and ringing swords.
Oh,
I placed my heir upon the Iron Throne, and all the dragons roared as one.
cool.
I consider the matter urgent.
It's a HBO budget.
Oh, man.
Throne is the most dangerous secret.
Wait, who's that?
The guy from Notting Hill back in the day.
All right.
Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man, the one who played the lizard.
All right.
No queen has ever sat the Iron Throne. The king has an heir, Daemon Targaryen.
I will not be made to choose between my brother and my daughter.
Wow. Wow, that was
Rhaenyra's succession will be challenged. Knives will come out.
You are the king. Your first duty is to take a new wife.
oh, that's a Ready Player One girl.
I'm your heir. He's afoot.
Man, this guy's
Yeah.
face is so like
Will ever accept.
strange.
Yeah, I feel like his nose looks fake.
He looks like such a villain. I don't know.
Because that is the order of things.
She looks
Oh.
really young, the actress.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that looks good.
Your family has dragons.
Yeah, he looks evil.
Power men should never have trifled with.
Oh wow. It doesn't even look like a TV show.
Yeah. It does.
You know?
It looks like I've seen like movies look worse than this
Yeah.
all the time.
Off any challenge to her succession.
I am
Wow.
the heir at the Iron Throne. She will block my way.
I would watch this just for the dragons.
Hearts remain.
And I'm not a big like dragon person, but it looks pretty good in Game of Thrones.
I mean, I think this is probably like one of the best dragons.
Yeah.
The Iron Throne.
The Nazgul.
Where is sacrifice?
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah, it looks better than Smaug. And
I mean, it is like years later. So
Yeah.
It's like 10 years later.
wow. Cool. I mean, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty. It's very like you can tell it's like a very different series than Ring of Power would be. Like it's
Yeah.
very centered on the characters, and that's always Game of Thrones thing. It's like
Yeah.
it always has been about the characters,
Mm-hmm.
and not like about like all the action. Even though there is some like sprinkled in here and there, it's always about like all the
Dynamics.
the dynamics between all the different players. So it's like, oh,
Mhm.
like this person's got the upper hand now, and
Yeah,
this
yeah.
person's like scheming to do this, and
Yeah. I was gonna say it seems like very like it's a lot of politics or like drama within the relationships.
yeah, it's I mean
Uh,
it's almost like
Yeah.
it is all about the politics.
Mhm.
Honestly, like the dialogue is more intense sometimes than the action,
Yeah.
which is great because you can tell like the actors are like enjoying it. At least they were in the the early
original-
seasons.
Yeah.
And then I think towards the end of the series, like the last 2 seasons, like they started deviating more and more away from their core character, and it just felt like this character, the choices and the justification, and it didn't make sense anymore. And
Did
then
it become vanilla?
Yeah, it betrayed the characters that they've established for like
Okay.
5-6 seasons, and then it just
Yeah.
kind of went downhill from there. But
Okay. Yeah.
and I think that's why everyone was like so
upset.
Yeah, upset. It's like,
Yeah.
man, none of this makes sense. Like the twists are stupid. It's like,
Yeah.
they're so. I think the joke was like they had to like make the twist like such that people who were like already invested knew, like, didn't know what was coming. It's like they're trying to like fake you out by faking you out in such a dumb way that you're like, wait, I didn't see that coming.
So
How
they
did I not
basically
see that
did it
coming?
just for the shock value instead of for,
I think
a
some
reasonable-
of it was like, yeah, for the shock value, because that was kind of what like people really like gravitated towards the series. Like early on, it was such a shock sometimes when like a character would die off. You're like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. That's so crazy. And then it got to the point where everybody just expected the shock, that they had to like try to shock people despite that fact. And then they just went with the dumbest option ever. They're just like, you know what? We need to shock people still. How do we do that? And then everybody had all these theories already, so there's no way to like shock
Yeah.
people because like all the theories have been out.
Yeah.
So they had to just do the dumbest thing ever.
That's so silly. It's like you're ruining the story or the plot just for the sake of shocking people.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't necessarily that either. I think they genuinely tried to.
Yeah.
Like, I think in some universe, like, the choices that they made could have worked. It's just they didn't do the setup. They didn't do the legwork. And then
Yeah.
that's the big, I think, why everybody was so upset is because they felt like they could have used more seasons.
Yeah.
You know, HBO was willing to, like, drag this on as long as possible, right? They were making so much money. So I think the creators could have dragged that on longer. But maybe, like...
They got tired of it.
Yeah, maybe, like, deep down they just... Because, you know, it's like years. It's like
10
a
years,
decade,
right? Yeah.
of doing this. So
Yeah,
after a
that's
decade,
fair.
you kind of want to do something else. So
Yeah.
in their defense, like, you know, they can do whatever they want. They, you know, they're their own people. It's except, you know, they have to deal with the consequences. So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really surprised that this guy, this actor, I don't know his name. I forget his name. I'm not sure if you can see
yeah,
him.
I mean, he looks familiar, but I
Yeah.
you know, like
so
with all the
with all the beard.
yeah, I'm not sure
Um,
I know who he is.
There, this one is probably a better. I just saw here. Oh, do you know who he
Yeah,
is?
no, I don't.
So he used to be like one of the dumb actor in movies. So
Oh, really?
in Notting Hill, he was like Hugh Grant's roommate, who's always like just in his underwear and stuff like that. But then it's weird. It's like as he got older, now he's like taking all
He's
these
more
like serious
badass.
roles, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even know he could act like this.
Yeah, I think every actor at some point in their career is just like, you know what, I need to
Any
prove,
pivot.
yeah, prove to the world,
Yeah.
like the McConaughey. I call it the McConaughey effect.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I need to prove to the world I'm a serious actor.
Yeah. So I mean, I think he's a really good actor actually as a dramatic actor instead of
I mean, he looks the part. Like he fits like just like this look. Like he just plonks into this universe. So
yeah, man. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
He used to be in all these silly movies. But yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. Like there's not. I mean, obviously, animation wise, VFX wise, we said like during the trailer, I thought it looked really.
yeah,
looked
I mean, it
better
doesn't
than
get
some
better than
films,
this. Like this
you
is as good as it gets when it comes to TV.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like it.
Yeah. The.
Like visually
Mm-hmm.
and like everything's just on point.
Yeah.
You know, obviously the dragon's gonna be
Yeah.
the dragon's gonna be good. You know,
Exactly,
They're
'cause-
everybody's gonna put their best guys. I mean,
Yeah.
look at that surfacing.
Yeah.
You can see the fleshiness, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel that it's hard, like
Yeah. The outer
the
skin.
Yeah, but you can also see like the nose area is like fleshy. It feels like
Yeah.
it's softer.
Yeah.
So I mean that's so hard to do. I don't know if they just crank up the SSS on the nose.
Yeah.
You know,
so,
it's
but
just
the
the-
rest of it, it's more.
Yeah,
know,
it's less like
it's less.
there's less
cranked up.
scattering.
Yeah.
So I mean everything's just like this is so good.
Look
I
at the
mean,
details of like
Yeah.
all these spikes and teeth.
yeah.
Even like the drool.
Yeah.
You see that? The string. Oh wow.
Yeah,
it's
the drool
crazy.
string. And then you
Yeah.
know the teeth are like asymmetric and
Yeah.
it feels like there's like a natural growth happening. This
Oh,
shot
man.
isn't as good as that one,
Yeah.
but still, I mean,
But like even just like the animation here, like these are like
Yeah.
the details that look at that.
yeah,
It's
like all
great,
the
yeah.
meatiness to the
Yeah.
nostril.
Yeah, and then how that affects like the lip. I know these are like the things that people don't regularly look at, but
Yeah,
as an animator, I look at that crap all the time. Like it's just like that. Those are
Trying
the
to
best
break it
parts.
down.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's, and I like how this is very ominous. It's just one source of lighting.
Yeah.
And most of it's in the shadows. So
Yeah.
I kind of like that kind of vibe.
I think that's probably why it doesn't look as, like, to me it doesn't look as real as the other shot. I think because the lighting is so, it just feels so contrived. It's like there's a light there, but it does look cool. I mean, if you were to light something to look cool, this is probably how you do it.
Yeah.
The other one feels more like natural.
Yeah. This is definitely not as realistic.
Yeah.
But this one's like, even just comping all that stuff together, I feel like I can't even, because I'm guessing, do you think this is all CG as well? The background?
I mean, it wouldn't make sense to just have a plate at this point.
Yeah, right.
I feel like you just do it in CG or matte painting. It's probably a matte painting if the camera's not moving.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just took a still from the footage and just cropped it back there. But it's a static camera, so there's a little bit of movement, a little bit of parallax, but yeah. I mean, it's such an easy CG thing to do. Like, no one's looking back there anyway.
Yeah, because I'm just wondering whether like they would have it would have been easier to just have the whole thing CG for that shot, right?
I think
and to comp it in.
At that point, it's like just CG the whole thing. You know? Why even have the plate? You know, at that point.
So I think I would give this for someone who hasn't really watched it. I like the whole how grand it seems. Like even this stuff. I would give it. I think I would give it a B.
A B.
A B, yeah.
With the letters for this one.
Yeah, I think I'll go with a B.
I'll go with an A. I think. Yeah, because I'm very happy that they kept the quality the same. Like, in fact, it looks better than Game of Thrones.
Really?
Yeah, visually. Because Game of Thrones, I mean, it progressively got better in like visually. Because like their budgets got bigger and bigger, I guess, towards the end. But I think visually this looks like it could be better.
They already have the budget.
The spectacle feels like it's there. Yeah, they have the budget, like, for sure. I know HBO is throwing all the money they can at this to salvage the franchise. They're like, we got one shot, guys.
We can't screw this up.
Yeah, we're gonna turn everything around. So I think they're throwing all they can at it. They probably got the best script writers. They got the best directors for every episode. They got some.
Frodo. But definitely, I think I would too. This is such a good, lucrative franchise, right?
Yeah.
So
they can sell so much stuff. Like
dude.
You know, out of books, and just think of all the
games.
Yeah, the games, the characters. Oh man. Yeah. They need to save this. This is HBO's biggest franchise by a long shot, I think.
Yeah. So before we go, I kind of want to, this guy looks evil as hell. There's something about his face I just don't like. No, sorry. Like,
sorry. He probably looks like a normal guy on the outside, you know?
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
Just like a cool, chill dude. But...
He's such a good actor that he can make me hate him, even though, like, just from a trailer, right?
Yeah. There's a character in the original Game of Thrones.
Is it the brother?
I know he's called Joffrey. He's like he's a prince. You know Joffrey.
Prince, he was so annoying.
He's so annoying.
Apparently he quit acting because he was apparently he's really smart too. He's like in psych. I think he's becoming a psych or philosophy major or something.
I think like so much backlash, like, which is, it's so unfortunate because he was a great actor. Like, everyone doesn't understand this, but he was so good at acting that he can make you
hate him so much.
It's not that easy to be that hateable. It's like almost an art form to get to that point where people can hate you so badly.
So I watched season 1 and I know how annoying he is. I wanted to strangle him. I wanted to choke him out.
He gets worse. He gets so much worse.
But if I can hate him in season 1 already, I can't imagine, like, for the past 10 years he's just been like, you know, people have just been giving him crap, right? And it's like, oh man, it sucks that you're so good at your job that you get so much hate, you know.
It's almost incredibly, if you think about like someone in real life trying to be that despicable, it's actually not that easy than people think, right? Like at some point you just laugh, right? You just be like, oh, it's so stupid, like, you know, I don't hate you, you're just like an idiot, you know. So there's that line between like being like just an idiot and being like some truly despicable person. that you have to ride. So he did a great job. I don't know.
I hope he comes back.
Yeah, I hope he comes back.
Comes back
like,
to acting.
Yeah,
you know?
and he's like,
good.
they make him like the most genuine, loving person, and he has to execute on that. That would be
that'd be funny. Because it seems like, you know, I thought he was an idiot because of his character. I thought in real life he must be like a, you know, just a jerk or an idiot.
Stupid kid.
But then he's so, like, apparently he's really smart as well. And he's very, like, you know, into philosophy or psychology. I forget, like, you know. But, he's going to study that. So I was like, man, I just hope that, you know, I couldn't be more wrong. And I felt so bad for even thinking that. I remember after reading that he quit acting. Yeah. So, but this guy
could be a similar situation. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
he reminds me of the I think the brother of the girl who's the queen of the dragons or whatever. So in season 1.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I mean, maybe there's a little bit that dynamic going on where he is supposed to, I guess, take charge in some way. I mean, I don't know the lore of the history of, you know, the Game of Thrones universe, but they're from the same lineage, so he is related to the Targaryens. So I guess like maybe something similar happened in the past. Maybe they have like some weird relationship, like some weird incest thing going on. Like everybody apparently back then just had incest.
Yeah,
it's
crazy.
It's dirty, man. George R. R. Martin, you're a dirty son of a gun.
Yeah. Craziness.
Yeah, I know. Hope you don't have a sister.
George. We should check about him. Okay. Well, let us know what you think about this trailer, and whether you liked it or not. Leave if you liked the video, please comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cool. Peace. Thanks again for watching our video. If you like what you saw, please comment, like, and subscribe. Any support would be greatly appreciated. Peace.